Hi, James here from Adventure Bike Rider, stood next to the KTM 1290 Super Adventure S. And this is a quick long-term update because we've had this bike in the ABR long-term garage for about 2 to 3 months now. And I have to admit, during that time, I've become a little bit smitten with it. But why? Why has it won a place in my heart? Well, first of all is the power in this 1301cc engine. It makes about 160 brake horsepower, and I defy anyone not to twist open that throttle and yelp for joy. It's addictive. Is it an overkill? Probably yes. Do you need all that power? Certainly not, but when you do have it, it is an absolute joy. But what I also like about the KTM is, even though they've got a bit of a reputation for being a bit nuts, this bike is quite happily cruising along, and actually filtering through town, it doesn't feel like it desperately keeps wanting to go faster. It's quite sedate, it's quite controlled, and I never feel it's going to get out of control. But hit the open road, twist that throttle, and boy, you will smile all day. My second takeaway about the KTM is the fact that it is a great long distance touring bike. Now that is also linked to the power. That big engine just gives you oodles of performance as you cruise along the motorway. Throw on a pillion, throw on some luggage, and it's very relaxed cruising, and you've got plenty of ponies left if you need to do a high speed overtake. But long distance touring is more than just about power. It's a very, very comfortable bike to ride. The seating position is your typical adventure upright stance, and it really does feel comfortable over 200-300 mile days. There's plenty of weather protection. The screen does a decent job. It's pretty wide, and overall it's just a nice place to be. And there's a bit of tech in there involved which helps with long distance riding. There's cruise control, and it's actually adaptive cruise control. So if the car in front of you slows down, your bike will slow down, and when they speed up, it will speed up. Does it feel like a bit of a gimmick to begin with? Yes, but I can tell you, it didn't take me long to really get used to it and really enjoy how relaxing the ride become. It is great over long distances. I mentioned the adaptive cruise control, and that is just one piece of technology that is packed into this bike. It is a big premium adventure bike. It's going to set you back a fair whack, and so you can expect there to be a lot of technology on board. Now, I think personally that is a good thing on a bike that's got a 160 brake horsepower engine. It weighs 220 kilograms dry, so add fuel, add a pillion, add luggage, and there's plenty of weight there. And having, say, the traction control, the quartering ABS, the IMU, all looking after you and working seamlessly beneath you is actually a plus point in my book. But the best thing about it is it isn't intrusive. I never really feel it kicking in, or I never really feel it influencing the ride. But as I'm coming out the corner and perhaps I'm a little bit happy on the throttle, I'm sure it was. Okay, my final takeaway from this long-termer update: the bike makes me feel special. I know it's a bit of a strange thing to say in a motorcycle or a quick motorcycle review, but if I'm spending out a big chunk of change on a bike, I want to make sure that I look and feel good on it. And the KTM does this in spades. I also want my mates to be a little bit envious of my new purchase. And again, it's a very enviable machine. But I think the most important thing, it is huge fun to ride. And whether I'm disappearing off for 3 or 4 days up in Scotland, or I'm just going out for a Sunday ride, I really enjoy myself on this bike. And I think that's probably the most important thing. So this is a quick long-termer update, but you can watch a full debrief of the launch of the big KTM that I filmed with Julian Chalice, ABR's chief bike tester, which is on our YouTube channel. So tune into that if you want some more information.